What's going on, everybody? I'm Terrence, and this is Bank Shipping. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Like I always say, if you ain't up, go ahead and start that grind. Hope everybody that is up has a good morning so far. Everything is going the way you planned. You got your mind right for the day. But we are up in Vineland, New Jersey. Got back late yesterday evening because I got held up at the drop-off point, and got back late yesterday evening to get this load, a load of metal from one of my customers that came up to Vineland, New Jersey to a huge building. Let me see if I can spin the camera around here. That building over there, it's a precast plant is what this place is, and I guess they're building a new building. So we're delivering some metal up here. I'm just waiting on the guys to come up and tell me where exactly I need to go. So update on my lights. If you watched the last video where I was having some issues with my one light fell off or completely came off and the other light was hanging by the wires. What it ended up doing is when the light fell off, when it broke off, the wires came in contact with the bumper, and that shorted out the wires further up towards the harness. So I couldn't really see it at night, even though I had a flashlight and everything. It really didn't show itself. Didn't show itself to the next morning when I had the lights on trying to figure out everything, and they actually started smoking. So I was like, well, there's the problem right there. So, you know, cut the wires, put new wires on, put the new lights on, and everything's working fine. Truck's not drawing any amperage because there's no short anymore. The lights are working, the lights are there. So kind of stinks still because I had to buy extra lights even though my other lights are on the way. But I'll just keep those as spares. You know, you can never have too many lights when you're running in this business, especially they go out and stuff like that, and DOT's just waiting for one of those marker lights to go out. So that's why, you know, as much as I love, sorry about that, my radio just came on out of nowhere. That's why as much as I love, you know, chicken lights, I don't have as many as I could just because they go out and that's an easy target for DOT. So I'm not trying to be an easy target for DOT. So I got enough to make my truck and trailer look good, but not too much to where I'm gonna have problems with lights going out all the time, especially going down these rough roads, wires getting broken and stuff like that. So, but we're gonna wait for these guys to come, see where they want me to go. I gotta untarp, unstrap, all that good stuff, and I'll get back to y'all. right, so we got our load dropped off in Jersey. The original plan was to drop off in Jersey, go back to Baltimore, pick up a container, run that to Fredericksburg, come back, go to the customer, pick that up, run that to Columbia, Maryland tomorrow, get another container from Baltimore, run that to Fredericksburg. Well, that all just got thrown out the window. They texted me yesterday at like 4:40 in the afternoon and said, hey, they got all the containers, they don't need any more, so any outstanding rate cons that you have, we're just going to go ahead and void them. So I'm like, great, no problem. Loads fall through all the time. Is it disappointing? Yes, very, but it is what it is. It happens all the time. I just wish they would have let me know a little earlier so I had time to find something else while I was up in Jersey. So I told myself I'm not going to leave as early this morning to get up to Jersey. That way when I get up there, by the time I unload, it's going to be like 9:30. Some loads may be hitting the board, possibly find something up there to bring back before I have to go to my customer. But that didn't happen. And then on top of that, to add salt to the wound, the broker called me from the container loads and was like, hey, did you hear? They miscounted. They're off by 15 containers, so they need 15 containers. So we're back running them again. So if you want one today, then you can go get one. Well, it was already too late. By the time I would have got to Baltimore and picked up the can and got to Fredericksburg, it would have been after the receiving time in Fredericksburg. But had I had known that, had somebody said something yesterday and not this morning, I could have ran that. But they didn't find out till this morning after the final counting of containers was done yesterday. They didn't let them know till this morning, so I can't really be mad at them. So anyway, I did not find anything. Jersey did. At least coming back south or coming back this direction, you know, even if something, I was looking for even something that was short, you know, if it went from Jersey to Baltimore or Jersey to Fairfax or somewhere in that area, you know, something that put me somewhere close to home so I could pick up my next load. But there was absolutely nothing on the boards. I mean, I got truck stop and that and called all my contacts that I have, and nobody had anything. And then the couple loads that I did see was like $200 for 160 miles. And I'm like, no. So whoever's running this freight out of Jersey, man, y'all got to get it together. Ain't no way I would put anything. I don't care if it was a box that's a foot wide. I ain't putting it on. It could fit in my truck, and I'm not taking it for $200. Not happening. So I ended up dead heading home. But I stopped, got the truck washed because it was dirty and it was killing me. So I said, hey, I got some time, might as well stop and get it washed. So I spent a little money instead of making a little money, but that's okay, because one thing that I do is being local and being hustling and grinding and all that stuff and having some customers. It works out good because the load that I went up there with paid me good enough that I could have went up, did hit it back, and did hit it back up to Jersey and still made good money after you take fuel and all that stuff out. So the load paid really good. So I'm not going to complain about having to dead hit home. It happens sometimes when you're local. But we got back, got loaded with our customer stuff. This goes to Columbia, Maryland tomorrow. I was going to try to run another container tomorrow since they are back, but they're not receiving on Friday. They're going to pick back up on Monday. So that's out. So what might happen is I might just have a short day tomorrow, drop this off in Columbia, Maryland, which is about 2 hours away, and then come home. Be home early Friday. It's my baby girl's birthday tomorrow, so who knows? If something pops up and I can run it in between, I'll do that. We're going to take off Monday just because my weekends are pretty much booked solid with doing other stuff. And I really need to get my trailer serviced. Like, I really need to service my trailer. As you guys know, you know, the week before last, I got the truck serviced. You know, did all the servicing and everything on the truck. So now it is the trailer's turn. So since I don't have time on the weekends and everything, I'm going to just take a day off on Monday, and I'm going to service my trailer. So I'm going to head to the house. We're going to call it a day. Truck is shut down. I'll see y'all in the morning. So we just dropped off at our at the receiver in Columbia, Maryland. As I said earlier, you know, I had plans on running a can, but they weren't receiving any cans today. And you know, talking with some of my contacts in this area and looking on the load board, there is nothing. It's dead. So, you know, we're only 67 or so miles away from the house. So we'll just head to the house. No biggie. Overall, it's been a pretty good week. I mean, of course, I'd like to have more, because who wouldn't? So, you know, but I'm not going to let that frustrate me or get me down. I'll just go to the house and park the truck and get some stuff done that I need to get done. Got to price a couple parts and stuff that I need for the truck. You know, my fifth wheel's starting to get loose, so I need a rebuild kit for that. Clutch brake is starting to go out, so I'm gonna need that. So get some prices for some things, maybe buy some things, and we'll be good to go. So I'm not going to complain about having time to get some stuff done, and that way I don't have to do it over the weekend. So good with that. But you know, let me know down in the comments what you guys are seeing, like on your load boards. I really don't use the load board that much, but the couple times that I've used it the last couple weeks, it's been very few and far between with some loads. Now, of course, you know, you guys know that I'm local, and so I mean, I got a little bit of a difference. You know, I got to find a load going back to a certain spot. But even then, it's still not a lot of stuff on the board that's even worth it. You know, like for me, being 60 couple miles away from the house, I'm not going to go too far out to pick up a load and drop it off when it's not even worth it. You know, I'm seeing a lot of $300 and $400 a mile loads. So I don't know if that's what you guys are seeing the same, as far as, you know, if you guys are local, or if, you know, the rates are down wherever you're going. I don't know. You know, I had this conversation with a buddy of mine the other day. You know, I don't know if this is indicative of what's to come. You know, with the new variant. I don't know how much you guys follow COVID. It's kind of hard not to hear about it. You know, but with this new variant coming and people trying to make you wear masks again, and, you know, there's talks of making truckers have to have, you know, their vaccination record or whatever it is to get to some shippers and receivers. So with all that stuff that's to come, you know, is that indicative of maybe the country shutting down again? I've heard rumors about that. You know, so with freight dropping, if that's what you guys are seeing as well, you know, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. You know, I hope it's not headed to another, you know, shutdown, just because there's a lot of people that are still trying to recover from the first shutdown. So, you know, having another one is not going to help at all. But, you know, we can only hope and pray that it's not, and if it is, you know, do the best we can to stay afloat. But it just seems like, you know, here lately, loads have just been garbage. You know, my customer loads have been fine. I've been running plenty of those, but, you know, for some of these backhauls and stuff like that, it's just been dead, absolutely dead. So let me know down in the comments if you guys see the same thing, see the same trends. And yeah, so like I said, we're gonna head to the house. You know, I'm not gonna stress about it. It is what it is. Like I said, it was a pretty good week, so we'll get some stuff done and this truck, you know, I love it to death, but it is older, and you know, things just, it's little things, you know, which I can't complain because it's little things, but those little things add up and it's time consuming. You know, so that gets to be a little annoying. It's almost like, you know, every week it seems to be something. You know, whether it just, I mean, it could be something as simple as like this morning. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I lost my CB antenna. Like, you know, come on. Like, just, you know, that's not a big deal, but I mean, hell, that's $40 that you got to spend to replace the antenna. Some people may not replace it or may not have one in the first place, but I like riding with my radio, and you know, I can't hear anything or transmit because I don't have an antenna. So, you know, I got to go to the store, get one of those when I get back. Just little things. Like I said, fifth wheel rebuild kit, you know, checking in on you know, getting a rear main seal that's leaking. You know, that's not a little job, but it's not a terribly hard job neither. It's just time consuming. You know, so I end up doing a lot of this stuff on the weekends, and you know, it takes away from family time on the weekends. But you gotta do what you gotta do, you know. Even though it takes away from family time, you know, you're doing that for your family. You know, without this truck, we ain't paying no bills. So we're gonna hit the road here and put the old girl in the wind. We empty. Got the axle up on the trailer, so we just gonna turn the music on. We're gonna ride. So I'll see y'all back at the house. got hot out. It got hot quick. It was nice and cool this morning, but it got real sticky out right now. But anyway, we're back at the yard, nice and early. I'm gonna be parked until Monday. I'm gonna service the trailer, hopefully get my fenders welded. I'm gonna weld the fenders to the post. That way they don't slide out anymore, vibrate as much. So hopefully that solves my fender problems. Got a couple other things I need to pick up today. Like I said, I got to get a new CB antenna because mine blew off. Got to get a new cap for my front wheel because the other day I lost one right here. Got to get me a tube of silicone so I can put my lug nut covers back on, because I've had them off since I got the new steers. I like putting silicone on them, helps them stay on, because those things just, you know, if they're not the screw-on ones, they don't like to stay on, you know, when you're bumping down the road. And you know, the lug nut covers for my truck, because it is stud piloted wheels, they are 1.5 inch lug nuts, not 33 millimeters. So it's a lot harder to find lug nut covers for my truck. Now I have some spares just in case, but I don't want to be losing a bunch of them. So I usually put some silicone around them before I stick them on the lug nut, let the silicone dry up, and it'll tighten and draw everything up real good. So got to get that. Like I said, got to check out some parts, get some prices on some parts, rear main seal, things like that. Probably going to end up replacing my 5th wheel here soon. So I'll probably get a price on that, just because it's getting loose. It's an older 5th wheel, so it's getting loose. I tried tightening it up, and it didn't do anything. So it is about that time probably. I probably could do a rebuild kit, but with as old as that 5th wheel is, it's probably better just to replace it. So I'll probably get a price on that, and a couple other things. But all in all, it was a good week. Even though I had 2 loads fall on me, it was still a good week, still a productive week. And we're gonna get back at it on Monday. So, oh, and before I forget, I forgot the past couple episodes, but thank y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for growing this channel to what it is. You know, we hit 2K subscribers a little while ago, so I forgot to say thank y'all. So thank you guys for growing this channel to what it is. Thank you for helping me get, you know, my word out and everything like that. Hopefully you guys heed some of my word. Hopefully it's helping some of you guys, whether that's tips in the business or just the motivation. So when I hit 1K, I gave away a hat. Actually still got to send that hat out. I've just been so busy I haven't been able to go to the post office. But good news, I'm off early today, so I can run by the post office to send out that hat. But now that we're at 2K, what I want you guys to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and then leave me a suggestion, whether that's about something that you want to see, something that you want me to talk about, or just suggestions on how I do my videos, something, you know, constructive criticism or something like that. Just leave a suggestion, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and leave me a suggestion. And then since it's 2K, I'll pick 2 people and I'll send you guys a shirt. How about that? All right, so hopefully everybody has a good weekend, safe weekend. It's my baby girl's birthday today, so we gonna party all weekend for a 3-year-old's birthday. So have fun, get your mind right for Monday. I'll see y'all next week. As always, stay prayed up, grind hard, and stay humble.